probably noticed the large, dry erase boards where Beckett, Castle, and the gang huddle around to look at the facts involved in their latest homicide case. What you may not know is that while the cast writes and arranges the boards in the episode, they are actually meticulously designed and written up by assistant property master Curt DePhillips. On the set of Castle, there are a total of 6 double-sided dry erase boards, which gives us 12 murder board surfaces to use. And we'll need them all because we rarely shoot scenes in order, so it's important to have that scene's murder board ready to go at all times. Almost every time you see a murder board in an episode, it's a completely different board. But how do these boards come to be? What really goes into making them? No one can explain it better than the man himself, Curt DePhillips.
The first thing I do is read the script, highlighting any names, times, photos, and important facts relevant to the case. Next, in a notebook, I write out all of the information about the victim, suspects, people of interest, and facts. I include the script page number after each detail to help me determine which murder board this information should appear on. New versions of the script come out regularly, and I often have to recheck my notes to update changes in character names, locations, or other facts. I make photocopies of these notes and then arrange them onto 11 by 17 paper mock-ups. This is where my script notes become particularly useful. If the script says, Castle looks at the timeline, I need to make sure that it's there. I do my best to ensure the layout is visually interesting so the characters can react to important information at eye level, because it tends to look better on camera than a shot of them looking down to read a note. Once I'm satisfied with my layout, I present it to the writer and director of the episode for input and suggestions. Once I get their approval, I am ready to write up the boards. However, since I often start writing out the boards before the episode starts shooting, I don't have any pictures to put up. To compensate for this, I use placeholders, or slugs, to indicate where photos and information would go and their approximate size. On the first day of shooting, stills are taken of all the actors representing the victim, suspects, and evidence. This requires coordination with all departments to make sure things like dead body stills match the dead body that will eventually be shot in the episode. Dozens of pages of proofs are printed and selected and approved by the writer and director. Once the choices have been made, graphics are created and added to the photos showing that it's part of NYPD evidence, or to show episode-specific company or organization logos. Once I have printed the pictures and graphics, the murder boards come to life, so to speak, visually showcasing the elements of the case as opposed to just telling the story through handwritten data. I take close-up camera shots of everything that appears on the board. If the actors need to write on the board or change anything during the scene, this is helpful in restoring the board back to its original state. I don't erase anything until after the episode airs, just in case they need to do any reshoots. Now that our two-parter has aired, I can retire these boards and get prepped for the next one. I am Curt, the man behind the murder boards.